At the ground, you see that the fall foliage has properly kicked in. All of these beautiful, beautiful red leaves that you see, they are blueberry leaves. You see that the color has changed. Let me put my bucket up here for a second. I haven't actually picked anything yet. We're going to have to start together. But so this is what has happened to the lingonberry, the blueberry. You see, it was all green a while ago, and now it's all red. But now blueberries are not really edible anymore. After they have frozen their sort of goners, they get soft and not nice.
Eli missä ne makkarat siis on?
Autossa takakontissa.
Autossa ei ole, kun autossa tuon
Etupenkillä.
etupenkin siellä alhaalla.
Okei.
Urho is trying to forage the sausages. I mean, us being in the nature, you know, that's the thing that Finns do. But here, look, this is the lingonberry. This is what we're picking today. And the reason for that is that it is the berry that we use for our. Hey, Cassandra. Oh, really? Well, that this is like this is the wild kind. So the ones that you buy in the shop are very different. They are much bigger, and sometimes they call this. This has several names. This is like the wild blueberry or wild European blueberry or bilberry. Some I never figured out what the actual name is in English. Many names are used for that. This year was a very bad. Oh, Stefan, you still got those white dots on your glasses.
Aha, yes.
But the this year was a very bad blueberry year, so we haven't really been even picking them properly. On the other hand, that's okay because this is the one that's, you know, this is the berry that's important to us. And this is one that people often don't know. So this is it looks a little bit like cranberry. You see? Also, again, compared to cranberry, this is rather tiny. But this is different. It's not the same. Well, we make our super delicious lingonberry marshmallows with these. If you saw the broadcast or the not broadcast the Christmas show of Gordon Ramsay last Christmas, probably it's going to be shown in the rest of the world. It was shown in the UK and Ireland last Christmas, but in the rest of the world it's coming this Christmas. It's like Gordon, Gino, and Fred desperately seeking Santa. And there they visited our forest. So we were sitting with Gordon Ramsay, and Gordon Ramsay was drinking Stefan's gorgeous coffee and then having roasting the lingonberry marshmallows on the fire. And this is what they are made of, those marshmallows. It's my own recipe. And even if I say so myself, they are extremely good. So now there's only something at the bottom of the bucket because I can't pick and talk at the same time. But we have to pick quite a few of them to make sure that we have enough for the
At least 1.5 buckets.
at least 1.5 buckets. If you didn't hear what Stefan was saying, do you see how wonderful the hey Asha, how wonderful the ground looks? It is so nice. We were driving here, and each year the fall foliage comes very different. And this year it has been a dry summer, so that means that the leaves turn rather beautiful. Sometimes when it's really wet, it all goes brown instead of like multiple colors. But especially it is, isn't it? It is. Although this is a funny place, that this is like the forest that used to be here has been taken down at some point. This is not our piece of forest, but you can pick berries anywhere you want. But that's why the lingonberry is so easy to pick from here. So what they've done is they took down the trees and then they made these ditches here, and then on the sides, both sides of these ditches, there's a lot of these little lingonberry bushes here. It's not really a bush. They are sort of. Let's see how it grows. Look, it's like this. It's like it's a hard stem. You see? And then there's these waxy green leaves coming from it. Hey, good morning, Tommy. Here you see the crowberry next to it. We don't use this one, but it is as such perfectly edible. It just doesn't have a very strong taste. But uh, but the lingonberry, I've told you before, I used to hate this as a child. It's too sour for a kid, I think. Like, it doesn't taste like strawberries or any sweet berry like that. Now I'm picking them by hand because it's easier when I'm holding my phone in the other hand. But this is, well, this one is a bad one. As you see, this is broken. One of the teeth has cracked. But this is a berry picker. And what you do? Let's take a look. Wait. I also forgot to take my phone holder, so I'm just holding it by hand, so it's a bit more difficult today. So what you do? You have this in your hand, and here, for instance, you see again the lingonberry, and you just scoop like this. So then all the berries go in there. Yes, the autumn is definitely here. Mom and Dad have been already picking from here a bit, so there's not like they've taken all the best bits out. But what you do notice that it has already frozen once, which with lingonberry is not a problem at all. You can pick them and use them. They get better when they've been bitten by the frost. But you see it from the color of the berry. So before they before the frost has bitten them, they are sort of very very yeah, they are very sort of bright red, a bit more like um, this one, you see. And then these ones, you see that they have already gotten sort of, they are they are more sort of humid, or not humid from the outside, but you see that the this is now my guess. I don't know if this is how it works, but like when it freezes, for dropping all of them, sorry. When it freezes, then of course that breaks the cells. No, these are lingonberries. It breaks the cells of the berry, and that's when it turns, the color changes. So from inside the berry, it has sort of, the inside has changed. I keep dropping them. Lingon. So Lingon, if you're searching for it. Um, I understood that you do have them in the States and in Canada as well, for instance. But I don't know how much it's used. And I guess that a lot of people mix it up with cranberry. But cranberries, they grow here in UK. Okay, Have you checked? It might be that in Scotland somewhere it would be growing. Could be. I think at least cranberries. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Over here they grow on swamps. So this land here, as you see, it's rather dry. That's the kind of that's a young spruce right there, and that's a young pine. So this is a better kind of a growing place for this sort of trees. But then, and that's why they have these ditches in between to sort of dry the land. But if you want to find cranberries, then you really have to go on swamps, morasses. I'm not exactly sure which word you would use there, but they have a oh look, these are laying right. Look at this. You see that? Oh, sorry, I will pinch it out if I can look. Isn't that gorgeous? These are so packed full of all kinds of goodness. These are so healthy berries. They have only recently started trying to farm these. A few years ago, there is a place where they are test farming these. It is absolutely. And look, all of these berries just from that little one little stem. So that makes these really nice to pick as well. These are easy to pick. They are generally rather plentiful. Now, of course, when I'm chit-chatting with you guys, I can't, be very efficient in picking nor looking, but these are easy to pick, and these are easy to clean, because it's not enough that you just pick them. Once you pick them, then you have to still clean them. Otherwise, you can't freeze them. So we put these in the freezer. We um, we clean these, take out all the rubbish, take out all the bad berries, and then we put them in the freezer. You can dry them as well, but the way we use them, we need them whole, frozen whole. Though I don't know what would happen. I could try to dry them and use them in the marshmallows like that, but then I have to come up with a new recipe, because the one that I have developed is for frozen berries. And even though I say so myself, they are super delicious. I don't like marshmallows in general, which is why it's a little bit silly that I made up the recipe. But because Stefan makes his coffee on the fire, they are a perfect. They accompany the coffee perfectly. So when people have their coffee from Stefan's fireplace, then they can, while they're waiting, they can roast the marshmallows. It's not bad, eh? In fact, yesterday, well, we didn't have the marshmallows there because our friend Kate was along with her baked goods. But Stefan was making at a local what is it? It's like a street flea market here in Levi, and the local people were selling all kinds of stuff. And then Stefan has his coffee place. Now, friend Kate had all kinds of beautiful things that she has made. She forages basically for, like, their company does a lot of um, things that she, or with all kinds of food stuff that she has found in the nature. They are Australian, and they moved here, and they have sort of embraced the local nature and the foods that you can get from the nature here. And she makes gorgeous stuff, and she's very inventive. So things that, you know I make things that we've made for decades. Well, not the marshmallows, that's, but in general, when I bake with berries. Um, wait a second, I'll have to think. Yeah. No, the marshmallows and the cookies and everything. But so I'm a little bit less inventive because this is, I grew up with this. So I sort of make what we used to make when I was a child, but she doesn't have these limitations. So she tries out all kinds of stuff. There's not really, well, there are a couple of sort of somewhat similar berries. I don't know the names in English, and some of them, well, they grow so different that you don't, like, we don't have to worry at all. We would not mix them up. But of course, if you have no clue what you're picking, it's always the same thing when you pick things from the nature. You have to know what you're doing, and there are all kinds of courses around the world, I assume, where you can learn to pick whatever you have in your surroundings. I mean, there's, of course, we have a very limited amount of different kinds of things to forage here because we are above the Arctic Circle, well above the Arctic Circle. Yeah, no, Tommy, we will make not so much pies, but we will make cookies with these and those marshmallows. I also have these lingonberries in my secret cookie recipe, which is also superb. I'm just I'm just I don't know how to say it in English. I'm wagging my own tail. How do you say that? But that's because those things. I mean, Stefan always says that I'm not um, that I always bash myself, but I have the tendency to. I consider it realism. When I make something good that I think is good, then I do say that as well. And the marshmallows and the lingonberry cookies I do consider very good. Look, these are hidden here. Oh, it's not. It's clear that mom and dad have already been picking here because it's not massive amounts that I find here. Probably if I walk a bit further, there will be a lot more. Yeah? What? Stefan is somewhere, but he can't hear me. Oh, look what we have here. Oh, this is very interesting. Oh, I don't see that. Why is that? This is very strange. I don't see everybody's comments then. Hey, John. I don't see at all. I didn't even see you like join. I'm here. Look what this is. These are ripe. We have to come and pick these. Not today because I don't have a place to pick these. You know what this is? Look at this, Stefan. These are completely ripe. Hey, now I see you. Hey, John.
Where did you put the bucket?
It's just there. I
Okay.
can't carry everything at the same time.
Yeah, I will
Huh?
take the bucket because this is full. So.
Okay, very good.
Ah, you've got. Oh, nice. So you have to take some of these as
I
well.
was thinking that we need to get some sort of a container to put these in. These are juniper berries. You see, juniper berries take several years, was it 2 or 3 years? I don't remember exactly, to ripen. So the first year, you see, there are a few green berries as well. Do you notice that in between there? Wait, I'm leaning on my other arm, so I can't. You see, there's those green berries in between there. So they are not ripe. Them you can't use. But then there's a lot of, yeah. For instance, look there. You see both the green and the blue ones. So the blue ones are ripe.
Look.
They're perfect. Ah, look. Ah. But that's the nice thing. I was just telling you that these are easy to pick. So that's the lovely thing about lingonberries. You see how there's so many in a stem like that.
Mm.
Was there more there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought so because mom and dad have probably been picking here in the beginning.
Yeah, and if you go a bit further back, and they didn't do all the ditches either. So.
Yeah, but that we definitely need to. Oop! I accidentally dropped
Don't
my.
throw the bucket over.
No, I don't throw the bucket away. What are you going to do?
I'll go to pick some.
No, well, look, maybe we should come here at another point. Tommy says
Okay.
hi
Hi.
because I think we need to then concentrate on that at it.
Okay.
Because now we really need to get the lingonberries. That's what
Yes,
we really
sure.
need.
Neat.
Need. Do you want to film for a while or do you want to pick?
Now I have that. It's always when, yeah, often half sentences bring songs to my mind, and now I have the neat song in my head.
What's that song? Never heard anything like.
It was it even the first single by the Damned from the 1970s.
Oh,
Yes.
that meat thing.
No,
Oh,
neat.
okay.
Yeah, okay. But
I need to.
they don't. It's not neat. It's neat. But
Okay.
still. Anyways.
Shall I take your? Can I take this picker now?
Yes. Oh, so now I follow you. Yes.
Well, you don't have to
Okay.
follow me. You can also just do other stuff.
No, I'll follow the leader.
Did you get another song now?
Yeah, it's got a. Rita's got a great sweater, doesn't she?
Yeah, but I just noticed that if I stretch, then my shirt is coming from my pants, and I can't do that. I have to sort of like try to pick like this, so that
I cannot show your backside.
that's very good. That's very kind of
So
you.
isn't this the sweater that you bought from Iceland, or
This is from Iceland when I was on exchange there in 1998.
it still is a good sweater?
Yeah, but it was a little bit less tight back then.
Yes, there's all kinds of words for that one. Yes,
What?
we call it.
Shrinking.
No. There's somebody said plumbers, but in in uh, in Dutch we call it spaarpotje. What's a spaarpotje in English?
Like a piggy bank or what?
Piggy bank. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's exactly what you're not supposed to be filming.
No, I'm not filming your piggy bank. Don't
Very good.
worry. You see, Rita's a lot faster at this than I am.
I've done it for.
More experienced.
Yeah. But this is, as you see, this is either it has been picked already because the top berries are gone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, the so-called the low-hanging fruit is already taken.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's a beautiful, even if there's not a lot of berries, then it's a beautiful place to hang out for a while and to walk around in. But here you can also again see how slowly the Arctic forest grows. Yeah, they are great, aren't they? So the one that Rita has is really like sort of a more fancy kind, like now. Like Rita just had this one which is broken, and I was picking with the neat one. You can see here there's still all kinds of berries to pick here. I love these colors. Oh yeah, right. So how slowly the Arctic forest grows, because this has been taken down what 30 years ago or something. You see these little shrubs here. So up there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's an antenna up there. Wait a second. How do I show you that easiest? Wait, because up there, beautiful weather. Yeah. Thank you. You have a nice day too. Wait, now I have to find out how to zoom here in this. Oh yeah, here, right. There. You see that antenna? It's actually on top of the hill. So we're on the foot of a hill, and there's this antenna there on the top of it. So we are close to the cabin that Rita's father built here, like what, almost 20 years ago. So when he built the cabin, because he had his own company then, and people were always calling him, so he took his mobile phone into the forest and was walking until he found a spot where he had no reach whatsoever. And then he built a cabin on the spot where he didn't have any reach, so that he would have a spot where people would not be able to reach him on his mobile phone. Hey, hello to Switzerland. And then of course, the building of the cottage took a couple of years because he built it completely alone by himself and with wood from the own forest. And then by the time that the cottage was ready, they built that antenna that I just show you. That antenna here on top of the hill, and then at once he had full 4G in his cottage. But now he's happy because now he's on a pension and he can watch football games in his cottage, so that's okay. Let's see how many berries Rita already has. Yes, so for the people who tuned in a bit later, we are picking lingonberries here in the Lappish, well, former forest. So these clear-cut areas, although we try to convince the people here in Lapland that clear cutting is not a good idea, which it's of course not. But in berry picking season, these clear cut areas are handy. Wait, still, I just noticed that there's still these clear cut areas are handy because they're very easy to pick berries in.
Yeah, usually in some other ways as well, like birds, for instance.
Yeah, certain
Need
birds
this kind of
like to sort of open,
yeah.
low shrubbery.
It's a question of balance.
Yes. And there's quite a lot still here. This is clearly a spot where hasn't been picked yet that much.
Oh, I mean, there's berries everywhere. There's berries galore.
Yeah, yeah.
The sun is it's a wonderful day, but it's a little bit difficult for berry picking.
Oregon transplant from to Ohio. What is Oregon?
Huh?
Oh, you mean that you are from Oregon? I don't get it.
I'm trying to minimize the possibility of showing my.
Yeah, no, I will make sure that. I think I'm missing part of the comments here.
Yeah, but yeah, I noticed that some of the comments really weren't showing.
Because I see that, I don't know, yeah.
Look, yes, berries, and they go in
Yes.
here
So
like
that's
that.
how we do that. Okay, not bad.
Yeah, but it's still the beginning only.
Yeah. We're
But
getting started.
this is a lot faster than picking blueberries, though.
True, yes. I think I have to soon quit filming.
Okay, shall I still hold it for a second?
Yeah, I just thought that we would concentrate on picking the berries for a while.
I will do that too, but I will still chit chat for a moment. We've been now for half an hour, so maybe a few more, 5 more minutes or so. Then this is of course all of this kind of stuff that we do. We at the same time also like picking for our company. So we are working. It's work and leisure. Oh, thank you, Tommy. Thank you, thank you. I don't. If you go on our Instagram and scroll down, I think it's already like 2 or 3 years ago even that I took that picture. These trees, these aspens that we have here, they get such a beautiful color in the autumn. Them and the rowan, they get the most beautiful color. Birch turns sort of yellow, or if it's a bad year, it turns brown. Oh, thank you, Tommy. Thank you, thank you. It's one of my favorites, and it's very thick and comfortable. Um, but the aspen that gets often this incredibly beautiful sort of golden pink color, and it's you can really spot them like when you're driving, and then there's aspens on the roadsides. That's so beautiful in the autumn. But of course, here in Lapland, we said about it earlier as well, that the main reason, because people come here for the fall foliage, but the reason is really like this ground changing color. So that's so sort of like the whole environment turns from green into red and yellow and all kinds of beautiful flaming pinks and oranges. Because yeah, if you didn't hear what Stefan was saying, then because is the area with a lot of those fells, so they are like shaved off mountains. There used to be mountains back in the day, but then the tops were shaved off by the ice age. So when you go and stand on top of a fell, so one of these what used to be mountains, what Levi for instance is, and then you look around, you see the vastness of the surroundings. Your view spans hundreds of kilometers, even in some places on a clear day. And then when you have that, and it's a beautiful blue sky like today, and fall foliage, and you look over those flowing red flaming landscapes, that's pretty awesome. That really is a that's the reason why people come to Lapland in the autumn. Look, we got a white fluffy friend here. Terve! And by that I don't mean Oiva, I mean the Kolja the doggy. But sun pitää pitää kiinni, se näyttää siltä, että se kyllä haistaa jotain. Look. Yeah, we really need to do that, and that's of course a constant ideological and economical fight between different interest groups. We try to find a way in between to make to sort of eat our forest and have it too, have our forest and eat it too. you know so that we don't have to cut down our trees to make them into a business, or to you know to be able to use it in economical financial sense as well. And that's what we believe is the future as well. When you use forest, when you cut it down, you need to use the timber for something that actually makes sense. So like when you build a house from wood, that house is going to stay as a carbon storage for quite a while. So that's smart use of forest, for instance. Or make beautiful things out of it that people keep. I think it's always when you put attention to what you do, and put attention to the way that you use the forest as well. But listen, I need to pick some more as well. I can't just be walking around and talking, because I need to uh, be a good Lappish lady and store things for the winter. because that's what we do here. So I'm going to say bye. Thank you for helping us pick berries. I haven't seen a lot of comments here, so I don't know if there's something wrong with the comment section again. But at least you know that it's not because I don't want to answer. It's just sheerly because I haven't seen the comment. Thank you. Oh, now I only see when that Crystal, for instance, was here, and John as well. So nice to have seen you here. Next time we do something else. Oh, now I also see that this Crystal has said some. Why do I not see them when it's on the screen? That's so irritating. Oh well. Next time we'll do something else. Hey, I'll get back to picking. Bye, people.